All right, now let's get to the Baja, fellas. Look, first up, we got Wolves in OKC. But before we get to that, SGA won the MVP.
Yes, he did. I said it all year long.
I mean, there wasn't no right or wrong answer.
Okay, let's relax, Ray.
Let's relax.
Let's relax, Ray.
I'm not going to relax. I told y'all he was going to win. Did not say it, though.
But should he have won, though?
League mandated MVP.
Yes, he did. Yes, he should have won.
He's the league mandated MVP.
He should have won.
Unethical hoops.
I don't know, bro, Ray. I saw this graphic where they put their stats, compared their stats.
Mm-hmm.
SGA only beat him in points. That is it.
He beat him, though.
By 3 points.
And he won MVP.
He did win, but you know why he won.
It's due to voter fatigue.
Why he won.
It's due to voter fatigue.
He finna get 390.
You know why he won.
He finna get 380.
380.
Well,
And when was the last time an
$76
American
million
won
a year.
the MVP?
7 years
crazy.
ago. 7 years ago.
2018. It was James Harden.
That is nuts.
Oh, I thought, yeah, you
I
right.
was still in the league then.
That was 7 years ago.
Damn, that's a long time ago.
Yo, because Giannis went back to back.
That is crazy. That's the last time somebody won MVP. That's American.
Because Giannis went back to back,
And
and
then
then Jokic went on a
back.
spree. Joel won one, and obviously
And
it's
then
been
Jokic
crazy.
again.
I can't believe there hasn't been an American
on a blowout win. Edwards against Holmgren, step back three.
Kill Merchant Mike.
Julius Randle given some space. Previous series averaging 25
about the game yet.
Yeah,
Shit.
I was
We
like,
ain't
yeah.
talking about the game
I was
yet.
like,
Kurt.
what the fuck?
Damn. But anyways,
I thought we was watching the game live.
So what y'all think about it? Like, obviously you called it from the beginning.
Yeah.
We talked about the stats. Obviously, some of us define MVP differently. Do any of you guys actually feel differently now that's one? I feel sick for Jokic.
I mean, thing is,
I don't feel sick for him because he got 3. But
That's the problem right there.
He should have 5.
Because this man
He should have
deserved
5.
it. He deserved it too.
No.
He deserved it. And he might go win a ship.
No.
Then what?
That's like saying like 2 niggas go to championship, both teams deserve
And
it
he's
too.
finna
Like,
get
what?
380 this summer.
He deserved a 380, but
And we
we
gonna talk about the
And
380.
another $100 million on a shoe deal.
Yeah, I do remember
Hey, shout out to him
Ray,
getting all of his teammates Rolexes.
500 in one summer.
Ray is on the payroll.
Hey,
Did you
yeah,
get a
he on the
Rolex
payroll.
too? You got a Rolex?
I got a couple of.
No, did you get one from, did you get one from
SGA
Shai?
give you one.
He give you
I
that?
don't know. I
Because
can't
you're on
tell
the
y'all.
fucking payroll with
Can't
them
tell
boys
y'all
over
That's
there.
new.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I haven't seen that one
Ray,
yet.
I ain't seen that.
Ray, you just
just
proved a
saying,
point.
man.
You just proved a point.
You really
Ray.
proved the point of
What
voter
point
fatigue.
did I
You
prove?
said,
defined voter
'cause he got
fatigue.
3.
That's why.
That's literally the
Because
definition
he
of
has
voter
I said
fatigue.
I don't feel sorry for him because he got 3.
That's the
That's
definition of
the
voter
problem.
fatigue.
I don't feel sorry
Right,
for
that
him.
is the definition of voter fatigue.
Hey,
Definition
You
of
should feel sorry.
MVP
We feel
is
sorry for
SGA.
him. We feel sorry for him.
Definition.
Face ass, bro.
So let's actually talk about it, right? Right, Ray. Make your case. Like, why do you think he was more valuable? Or is it just because you believe in the winning formula where you're the best fan on a winning team?
Because everybody else thinks the same thing, I think.
Not everybody.
And what,
Because he
and what
won.
do you think?
He won.
I know he won.
That he's the most
There was a
valuable
writer
player.
on TV who said the same thing.
Why
Because
do you
he
feel
took
like he
his
deserves-
team to the Western Conference first seed in the last 2 years, and he's taking his team to the Western Conference Finals this year, which I think he's going to get to the finals. And then who knows? He may even win it.
But that has nothing to do with the regular season
What that?
award.
Yeah, what that got to do with talk to him?
Who's the 2 top best players in the league?
No,
this
no,
year?
I know that.
Answer the question.
It's
Who's-
Shai and Jokic.
Okay, thank you.
But the point is that why did you think he was more valuable than
I just explained it.
because they won more
won-
games?
Yes, you take them off that team, they're not there.
So
They're
that's
not there.
fair. That's fair.
But
So
you
you
could-
believe in the winning more games model. The top
I believe in you got the stats, leading scorer, averaging 30, whatever it was, 32,
the best team.
and on the best team. Why not? I'm just saying, why not?
So MVP
I just
is
feel
based
like-
off points.
MVP is a
No,
most
no.
valuable player. It ain't a team thing. It's an individual thing. And individually, he giving people buckets every night. And on top of that, he's led his team to the most wins.
So it's
Why isn't he the most valuable
So,
player?
but wins isn't an individual stat.
Yeah,
you just
it's
said individual.
But what
then
did I
you
say
said
before
wins.
that? I said on top of that, he led his team to wins. I say, but he's the most dominant
So-
player every night. He averaged 32 a night.
My follow-up question is this, right? Is it an individual thing or is it a team thing?
It's an individual thing, but on
Don't
top of
mention
that,
the team then.
Why
Yeah,
not?
Why
not?
Because you
Why
just said
not?
because you just said
You
it's
just
an
said it's
individual thing.
individual.
I said what he did individually first, but then on top of that, you have to give the man his flowers. They're the #1 team in the NBA overall record-wise.
So that means
because
his
of him.
team is good.
No, Ray has a point. Ray got a point. He's right.
Thank you.
He is
Somebody help me
100%. He has 100% done this for the past 2 years, and he has been very consistent.
Thank you.
Very consistent.
And Jokic
I don't disagree with Ray.
But wait,
But-
wait,
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
wait.
Okay, go ahead.
Everything Ray has said is correct.
But
But Jokic has put up the best numbers in NBA history.
History.
It's kind of like when Russell Westbrook
You
did it, he won
understand?
I
MVP.
understand.
Theo, by the way, you need to push your camera back or your head's going to be cut off in all our highlights.
No, I'm leaning forward because I'm that's on me.
I hear
My
you.
fault.
You know how he talk. You know Theo gets into the camera.
But guys,
Yeah.
here's the thing. Ray's not
man.
wrong. It just depends on
wrong.
what you define the MVP as. Ray's defining it based off partly of your team's success. That's been a criteria for a lot of voters. Let's put in perspective, right? Theo's definition,
That's
your
not
definition.
true. That's not true.
Because
That's
Jokic
not the
wanted the 6th
criteria.
seed.
Because
No, but I'm saying
Jokic wanted
I
the
said in the
first
past that's been a
MVP.
criteria for some winners. The criteria changes.
No, it
It's
hasn't though.
It has changed. Why was Steve
No,
Nash the MVP?
it hasn't been the best.
Over Kobe.
The best
When
player
Kobe
is not
averaged
because they had the
31.
best team.
Over Kobe that year.
Because they had the best team. Why did Giannis win 1 year? Because they had the number 1 seed.
Nah, but Giannis was the best player.
I would think-
Jokic won the MVP being the 4th seed. Not
I
even
understand
the
that,
seed,
but-
he's the
6th
4th
seed.
Six
The
seed.
6th seed.
But Theo, what I'm saying is that there's two different criteria. There's if your team is not good enough and you're that valuable, and there's the winning method. Those have both been precedents in different years.
So
So that's what I'm saying. There's two pathways.
All right, so let me ask you this: if Jokic was on Utah,
They'd be a playoff team.
it'd be a
no, no,
playoff.
no,
It'd be a
no,
playoff
no,
team and
no,
get the same
no.
stats?
If they don't make the playoffs and he got the same stats, he's still MVP.
They would make the playoffs if he had
No,
the same
no, no,
stats.
no. I ain't saying that.
Any team you probably be on.
No, he wouldn't.
They
He
wouldn't make the playoffs. Just
He
say
wouldn't.
they didn't make the playoffs. They're the
He would
same
not.
position as Utah.
They'd be at least a 10
Not
seed.
playing in, not nothing. He got the same
would
stats.
not.
Is he MVP?
He would not. No.
Is he MVP?
No.
If they don't make
No.
the playoffs, no.
You
But if
gotta
they
make- you
do,
gotta make
So
playoffs.
then that
You gotta make
explains
playoffs.
what I was saying about
but
the winning.
Jokic did make the playoffs.
he did make the playoffs.
They're-
and
and
he
they-
had a
and
season
the top
with
four
We're
it.
team.
talking hypothetical. I'm giving y'all a team that didn't make the playoffs, and I said he
I
got the
agree
same
with you.
stats he has right now. Same exact stats.
Yeah.
Leading in all these categories, best numbers that you ever seen, but he's on Utah Jazz.
But they
didn't make the playoffs.
So let me ask
sure.
this question.
Is he MVP? I'm
Yeah,
asking
no.
you. Is he MVP then?
No.
He's be up
Answer
there.
the question. Is he MVP?
He deserves some votes, but
Deserve
no, he would
votes.
not
He'll
be.
be
See,
up
Y'all
there,
talking
top
about
three
deserving
now.
So
votes
look.
rather than y'all said just a second ago.
But okay,
Here's a better
he
question.
should've
So
won.
let's go back to
Here's a
one of your
better
favorite
question.
teammates. Why did Russ win that year?
They was in the playoffs.
Because it was a triple
As
double.
an
The
eight
same thing that
They were
Jokic
the
did this
8th
year.
seed. They were the 8th seed.
They were 6 seed. They were
Oh,
6
6
seed.
seed. My fault.
They were a 6 seed,
Okay.
and he was the best player in the league, like Jokic was,
Okay.
averaging a triple double, the exact same formula.
Okay.
That's my whole point. Is that there's two criteria.
Who was that close to him that year? Nobody. Nobody.
In 2016, James Harden was
James
carrying his
Harden.
team.
He was averaging
We ain't gonna
30.
talk about
I
it.
don't care what
2017.
James did, but he ain't do what Russ did after losing
Shit.
KD.
Shit.
After losing KD.
Shit,
Bro, that's when
dog.
James
y'all
Harden
kidding
had.
me right now?
Hold up,
This
hold
is
up.
what
That's
James-
when
this
James
is-
Harden had
wasn't
like
even
50 points in like
a month. Yeah, no, that was that season, bro.
Don't care.
He
James
was
Harden-
the best
James
scorer
Harden
on
was
earth for a
scoring-
month.
James Harden was scoring like that ever since he stepped foot in Houston.
Okay.
He did
Nah.
that every year. Yes, he did.
He averaged 40 for
No,
a month.
no.
though.
Cam
That was
Home,
different.
y'all are
If
wrong.
you-
Y'all are wrong, Cam Home. Y'all are wrong.
How?
If
Y'all
y'all
are
average, if you
That was
average a
that year?
triple
Was that
double,
the 17
bro,
Y'all are
Yes,
wrong.
man,
you
that
gotta
year-
get the
that
fucking
year,
MVP.
What are we wrong about?
That year, you know what Russ was doing?
He averaged a
Triple-double.
triple double that year. With that OKC team was not that good. No offense.
I'm not
No,
saying he
my
didn't
God,
deserve
it
it.
wasn't.
I'm not saying he deserved it.
Whoa,
He
that
averaged-
James, that OKC team wasn't that good.
Pause.
Name
Pause.
that team.
Theo, I'm not wrong.
Victor Oladipo.
The question he
Steven
asked-
Adams?
Who Victor
Hold on,
Oladipo
hold
He
on.
was still a
Hold on,
very
hold on.
serviceable player.
The question
Victor
he asked
Oladipo
was,
did
was
because
someone
that
close.
guy until he went to Indiana.
The question was someone close. I didn't say James Harden deserved it. You said was someone a close second. I was like James Harden.
That's what I'm.
That's all I
arguing.
said. I didn't. Russ deserved it.
Ain't nobody been this close. Like
I don't think it was
this.
close.
A
either.
nigga averaged
How
40 in a
like
month.
Average a triple double and don't get MVP, Ray. As a center,
As a center,
Anyways,
the
guys.
first center ever to do that.
So Russ averaged a triple double the year I was with him in OKC. He didn't win MVP.
Kurt,
Kurt,
what
we
the
can
hell?
hear that.
I don't know what the hell was that.
That's a clip we got coming up. Okay, but let me give you guys some stats. James averaged 29, 11, and 8 that season,
That's solid. That's MVP
Oh, big
caliber
time.
numbers.
and
right there.
it's similar.
It's not. Y'all don't understand. James Harden had a squad.
We not saying that he
didn't have the same.
We
But
not saying
anyway,
he deserved
hold
to
up.
win. We
Forget
just
that.
saying he was a second. You said there was no
Y'all
close
said
second.
if you average a triple double, you should win MVP. Russ didn't win it.
Yes, he did. What are you talking about?
No, you're talking about the next
He
year.
averaged it the next 2 years. I played with him one year. He averaged a triple double.
but
He
they
didn't
were-
win MVP then.
but guys-
But they were the AC that next
y'all
year, though.
can't make a statement.
No,
and
but
then talk
Ray,
about-
that's my whole point, though. I'm trying to make with you guys. There's two criteria. There's sometimes when you are so
we
exceptional in
was
stats,
winning. We was in the
and
playoffs. What you
there's
talking about?
But
and
y'all
then
barely made
then
playoffs
there's the
that
winning
year. No,
formula.
we did
Y'all
not.
were not a top seed that next year, were
We weren't no top seed, but we weren't no. We was like 5 or 6.
Yes, but that's my whole
Jokic
point,
is the
Ray.
fourth.
Right. That I'm making the exact point for you. I'm saying you value the winning aspect of it. In this case, sometimes people value the enormous stats
The numbers.
and and you make a playoff like Jokic did and like Russell Westbrook did. We're going with the Russell Westbrook model. You're picking the winning model this year, the best player on a winning team, and that's fair.
This
That's
don't got
all I'm
nothing to do with a
saying.
winning model. This don't got nothing with any of that. This is just voter fatigue. Point blank, period.
But I'm saying that his case is based off of the top team with the best player.
Because Theo, our definition of MVP is who is most valuable to their team, right? And is winning. Like you have to still win.
I think Shai
Agree.
should have won it last year.
Agree to disagree.
I don't think
What's
I don't
crazy?
know.
What's
Because last
crazy
year, who had
was-
the most efficient season was Jokic.
No, but last year is when Shai's team was so young and he still took his team to the
Dog.
#1 seed. Like that's when I think he should have won it.
This nigga
Did y'all-
Jokic just
did
has
y'all
the most
see
efficient
the-
season for
Still
5
young.
straight seasons.
Did y'all see the voting numbers
It was close. It was off by like 100 points.
for Jokic?
Jokic had 29 first, 29 or 30
29
first.
first vote.
It was like 900 to 7, like a high 700. It was like 920.
That's pretty. It's not. That's not.
700.
That's
super
not
far.
close.
No, it's pretty close.
compared to what it's been in like
That's
the
not
last few
close.
years.
I think it's
That don't
pretty
seem
close.
close to me.
Still not close.
It was.
enough.
It's,
Hey,
it's
this
closer
is-
than what it's
this
been
is-
in the last few years.
This is the same thing that happened with Joel Embiid and Jokic.
They get the Here
Jokic
Nigga
won
Damn
it.
award.
Everyone thought Joel should have won it. Then Jokic won it, right? And then the next year, everybody like Joel did the same thing. Well, fuck. We might as well give it to Joel this year because Jokic won it. I'm gonna be honest. I thought Shai should have won it last year,
No.
but they were both in the running again. This year, they're like, well, we can't do it again to Shai, so they gave Shai the MVP. Not saying he didn't
Jokic.
earn it. I'm not saying he did not earn it because he did. For you to be that consistent and put up, first of all, people, 32 a night is fucking crazy. Okay,
league?
let's
Yeah.
go.
And he
let's
played
go ahead
most
and
of
put
those
that-
games.
Let's go
He
ahead and
played
put
like
that in perspective. He is averaging 32 a night, and his team was by far the best team in the league. So I am not discrediting him being the MVP at all. All I'm saying is there's no doubt if you go to every single player in the NBA and you ask who is the best player in the NBA, I have no doubt in my mind they would say Jokic. And if they say anybody else, I will look at them and say, tell me why
I'm
that other
saying
person is.
But
They-
is the,
they like
but
the
is the
other person
MVP
more.
the most valuable or the best player? Like those are two different awards.
He's both.
He's both.
Kobe
really
was,
both.
was the best
sorry,
player.
my fault. Who is the most valuable player in the league, in your opinion?
I think
would
Jokic
think everyone
is.
says Jokic.
If you take
sure.
Jokic
No, no,
off
the
of
best
that
saying-
team,
But the best player in 2006 was Kobe Bryant, but he wasn't the most valuable because Steve Nash took Boris Diaw and done with an injured Amari Stoudemire to a 50-win season. Like that's my whole point. Who's more valuable? That's it.
I don't think we're
this
mad
is the first
that
case
Shai
where I think
won
he's
it.
actually both.
I'm sick for Jokic. I'm not mad. I'm sick for Jokic.
I think they are. I think they are mad.
no, I'm not
They
mad.
seem mad to me.
Seem like it to me, right?
I'm never mad over people who don't offer me any money or anything in my life. So, but I'm just saying.
I'm not mad.
Sounds a little aggravated.
I'm
just
sick.
saying,
I'm
look.
sick for Jokic, but I'm not mad.
I mean,
sick
look,
for him
I'm
as
a,
well.
I'm a,
I'm
I'm
not
a
mad.
I'm not sick
straight
at
facts
all.
guy, right? Like I'm nerd.
Clear
straight
cut.
facts guy. The nigga has had the 5 most efficient seasons back to back to back to back to back of all time. Of all time.
Jokic, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Man, I'm happy for him.
And if
Ray's
you
on this goddamn payroll.
and I think we
OKC.
forget
not,
we
bro.
forget that his second best player was out for half of the season.
No, he was.
He was.
And they still the 4th seed.
Yep. And that's what
Imagine if everyone was healthy, like how OKC mostly was besides shit, but his team is more loaded. If you put Jokic on OKC, are you telling me they're not a better team? And you put Shai on Denver, are they still the 4th seed? I don't think so.
That's a great Cam. You
I
might
don't
have
think
won
so.
that argument.
I don't think so.
Cam won
I
that
was
argument.
like
what's
everyone.
your, what's your opinion?
No, he didn't. Because
I'm
if
rolling
you
with
put,
that.
if you put SGA over there with Denver, with the other guys they still got on their team, they still going to be a top seed.
Nah, they be
I
like
don't
a
think
7th
so.
seed.
I believe
They
they
they not playing.
Playing.
They're a
Playing.
7th to 8th
Crazy
seed.
as hell.
They're a 7th to 8th seed.
I'm sitting over here
They're not a
disrespecting what
playing
that
team,
man
guys.
did this year. And they-
Yo, if
I said
Jokic,
7?
if
So hold
Jokic
up.
goes to
Come on, bro.
OKC,
Come on, bro.
fucking Jokic,
Because you
they
gotta
might not
take-
lose again.
You got to take one of those
82
bigs.
and
One of those
0.
bigs are going to go to Denver in that situation. So
Yeah,
you
they're
gotta
not a
still
plane.
look
Okay,
at
so
They're
let's
not
do
a-
this.
they're still a good
Let's swap
team.
Let's swap Aaron Gordon and Jokic to OKC.
and give me check-in on.
Yeah, Shea.
Oh,
OKC's
shit.
a better team.
100%. They
I didn't say they're not a
they're
better
winning
team. No, I'm talking
70
about-
games.
I'm not saying
They're
OKC not
They're
a
winning
better team,
70
but
games.
they're still a top
No,
5 team.
for sure. OKC's still a
Thank
good
you.
team. But
That's what I want you to say.
But what I'm saying is that who do you think would be a better team? Like who would
That's a
elevate their
terrible
team higher?
comparison. That's a terrible comparison. That makes no sense. That makes no sense.
I don't know though. I don't know.
That
I don't
comparison makes
think-
no sense.
Because even with Jokic,
I don't think Shea's doing his thing
because
like
even
that
with
with the
Jokic,
team.
so who you still didn't put Jamal Murray over there. So who is your guy to go get you a bucket? I'm not going with J Dub.
No, you just
I'm not
give,
rolling
you
with
give it
that.
to Jokic, and they play around Jokic.
The fuck?
Oh,
Jokic averaged 29 points a game. What the fuck are we talking
he
about?
still need people to get the ball to hit shots. These man,
Are you
ain't
serious?
got Jamal Murray, are y'all serious? Jamal Murray hit.
Y'all
big
not-
You
shots.
just
That's
said,
not
hold on,
good.
you
Jamal Murray,
just said,
Shai hit
you
big
just said a
shots.
20 a
You
night
have-
score. You're not
you
going to hit
don't
shots
have
for
another
Jokic.
person to throw the ball to go get you a bucket.
You just said a
What you
20 a
doing?
night score is not going to get you a bucket. J Dub. He's
Guys,
finna get a
y'all
max.
are
What are you
swapping
talking
the same-
about? He's finna get a max.
Hold
What
up,
the fuck
so
are you
Ray.
talking
Damn,
about?
Hong. Y'all are switching the same amount of points.
Okay, but Ray, let me ask you this.
Well, I didn't do
Ray,
that.
let me ask
I
you
didn't do
this.
that.
I'm
He did that.
listening.
I didn't do that. I just
That's
said
the
Jamal-
same amount of
Jokic
points.
and
That
him.
makes no
Jamal
sense.
was really bad
Okay.
in the playoffs. He's the reason they lost the series.
Jamal is really bad in the playoff series, but Jamal is proven he hit big shots.
Jamal won
and
them
he
2
take
games.
big shots. I'm
Yeah,
not
I'm
giving
not-
the ball to J
I'm
Dub
not-
right now to go win a game.
No,
I'm not putting that on.
And
That's
I
what
agree
I'm
with
saying.
you.
I don't
And I
know
agree
if I
with
agree
you,
with
but
that.
I'm
I'm
saying
saying
he can't, but I'm not giving him the ball right now. He got some more proving to do to get that ball at the end of the game. Jamal Murray is proven.
But what I'm saying to you is Jamal. This is my own opinion. I feel like he's the reason they lost this playoff series because he didn't show up in games 6 and 7.
I would disagree.
game
They
with
seven.
that.
lost, they lost the playoff series
Because he
they-
showed up game 6.
They was
All them
gassed.
niggas was
They
tired.
was gassed.
Low-key.
They were
They was
gas.
gassed.
I wouldn't put
OKC
it. I
showed
wouldn't go
they
that far.
and you know
OKC
what?
showed their youth and they are really good. So when you get tired, them young boys is steady running.
Because his team is
And
better.
Minnesota found that out.
Because
they
his
thought they
team
were
is-
going to be
his
tired.
team is deeper
they thought
and
they was
better.
going to be tired because they just came off that tough series with Denver. And what happened to Minnesota? Got their ass blitzed.
I hear you.
But to
That's
be
fair.
fair, it's because his team is deeper and better.
Who OKC
Hey,
is?
listen,
OKC.
all that, like I said, it's voter
got a lot more
fatigue.
players.
OKC had the better team anyway. It's better for the NBA that Denver did lose because everybody was hurt. Everybody was hurt. Because I think personally, if Jokic and them won, everyone's mental is a complete different. Like Jokic went in there, did this, that, and that. He's the MVP. Shai won. Listen, they can say all they want. They were waiting to see who fucking won.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's all they was.
No,
That's all they
They
was.
were
Do you
waiting to
think
see
they
who
would
won.
skew the numbers?
Dog,
Wait,
yes.
bruh.
No, it's
How
not
the fuck
skewing
did
the
Dallas
numbers,
get
but
Cooper
it's just
Flag?
like
No,
I don't think it's
hold
skewing the
on. No, that's different.
1.8%.
That's a great point.
That's different, though. That's different. Hold on.
I don't think it is.
I'm talking to, well, the lottery, nobody knows. If everybody said this is who I voted for, they would know.
Weirder shit has happened.
I don't think it's skewed the numbers. I think everybody
I
voted.
think they
after.
just waited.
Let me tell you
But
something
why?
about the NBA. They control everything.
They do.
No, but hear me out,
Trust
guys.
me, they do.
Hear
No
me out.
conspiracy theories,
They
shit,
just
just being
waited to
real.
the end of the series,
But
but they
why?
weren't going to change the result.
Oh, this is a business.
Because they didn't want to give it in the middle of that battle. They were going to, whoever, if Jokic was out, Jokic was out. But I'm just saying they were just waiting. That's what I
Look,
did.
because
Is
if I
this
was
probably-
Adam Silver, I'd skew the numbers.
Is this probably the longest they waited to?
I think so.
announce?
Usually
Yeah.
it's
But
middle of
why? You
second
got to
round.
ask yourself why.
Because they didn't. That's
That's the
exactly
point.
it.
And it just so happened that the both guys are currently playing are the two going for the.
All
And
right.
they announced it after Shea and
And
them
they
blitzed
announced after
Minnesota.
whoever won that series got the
That's what
got
I'm
the
about to say. If I'm
MVP.
the commissioner,
Whoever
and
wins
I
the
got,
series
and I
gets
got my
MVP.
pick already, I'm
He-
definitely going ahead and putting that out there while they battling against
They-
each other.
they announced
That'll
it-
bring even more smoke to the series.
They announced it
Oh, you gave
the
him
morning
MVP over me?
after.
Come on.
They announced it the morning after SGA and OKC blitzed Minnesota.
Okay.
The morning after. Like,
Okay.
they don't normally do that. And it's normally in the evening.
And SGA had 30 something.
That's what I'm saying. They do it the morning after the game. That's kind of, all right.
All right.
That's all
All
I'm
right.
saying.
Let's move on to the next topic.
Yeah, so.
You ain't,
Oh,
get what you wanted out of it.
So,
did you?
No,
do,
no, I think
do
it
we
was
want to
good.
do we want to talk about Mike Malone's comments?
Mike Malone's comments was crazy.
That nigga's an all-time hater, bro.
What did he say?
He from New
He just
York,
basically
too.
said that Shay's the real MVP, but 2 months ago he was saying if you took off their name tags,
I think
and
he slipped
Jokic's
up.
MVP.
No, he's just a hater, and I appreciate it. I appreciate.
He
the
said
hate.
he said it shows why Shai was the MVP. He didn't say it shows why Shai is the real MVP. He said
He
Shai
didn't say
showed
the
why
real.
he's the MVP.
Nah, you can't
He
be
said
saying
he-
that.
He can't
We're
be
not
can't
going to
say
be
that.
those
Why
guys,
you can't say
fellas.
that?
We're not going to be
Oh,
those
he
guys.
just got fired.
Exactly.
What he
Theo.
said.
Exactly.
Keep it in the
Fuck
buck,
him.
bro.
I'm going with Shea.
What
That's
did
what
he
he does
say?
all the time.
They said, I feel him. He a real hater. I
What
I
he
mean, you
said
2
was
months.
respect
Shai
months ago, you
showed
were
why
saying
he
that
was
Jokic's
the
MVP.
why he was the MVP.
Yeah. He won.
He did.
Jokic did it.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'll leave that to you guys, man.